guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Happy Friday. Had a great couple weeks off. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. I don't have a craft in mind for today, but I'm just going to kind of show you what I've been working on. A couple years ago at one of my first flea markets, I came across one of these ceiling tins. And they were in a box for about $5 each. I got one. And I cleaned it up and I hung it up on the wall and had like a wreath hanging on it. Let me see. Here's my nail hole. So basically I had it hung like this with a wreath hanging over it. And I liked it very well. Started repainting my house, and I've always wanted to maybe repaint this or whatever. So I started cleaning up and just started kind of playing with it. And I've had Dixie Belle's Patina line. Not when it first came out, but I think I've had it for a little while, and I had every intentions of playing with it, and then I didn't touch it. I was too scared. So I pulled it out. I've grabbed my copper. I'm not ready to use this just yet because when working on metal, you have to do some prepping. And thankfully, I didn't get started right away because doing this material on metal, you'll rust right through. So you have to prime it. So to play around, I turned it on the back side and I added the Dixie Belle primer 2 coats to this week. I shared a picture on my Facebook page. And so that has 2 coats. This is the back side. I thought I'd play with it first. And then I decided, oh, well, maybe I kind of like this. I might maybe do a double-sided, so I don't want to play on this now. So I'm going to move on to something I got at Hobby Lobby a while back. One of these pictures, I went ahead and painted it or primed it with 2 coats, and I'll just go ahead and kind of practice on this and kind of see how it goes. I thought I had their bronze. They have iron and bronze, but I can't find it anywhere with all the painting I've been doing, and my craft room right now is being used as a storage. So you paint basically 2 coats of this primer on there. You do 1 coat, let it dry for an hour or 2 or up to 24 hours, and then you paint it on again and do the same thing. So then like 24 hours later, you're ready to go. So then you can paint it. You can paint it with your patina. You can use regular paint and patina. Did you see that? Oh, that would not have been good. So I've got Dixie Belle's drop cloth. I think I'm gonna use Dixie Belle's in the navy because I have some I need to get used up. I've got it upside down, so that might be a trick. I've got a cheap chippy brush, and I'm going to dab this on because I do want texture, because next week when I hop on and start adding my patina line, I might do it in a different pattern. So I'm gonna maybe do like 3/4 up and then do the bottom 4th in the blue, because I really don't have that much paint and I'm just kind of playing around. So I'm painting the inside. We'll see if 1 coat does it. So I'll just kind of get this started today, and I'll try and plan on maybe finishing it up next week. So let me know what you're up to today. I think I normally don't wear hats on these lives because I feel like I'm hiding, but it's a bad hair day. I do actually have a hat that says bad hair day, but this one's my favorite. So let me know what you're up to if you're hopping on. So I'm just getting this prepped. This is a metal can that I got at Hobby Lobby, and actually I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and these are on sale for half off. This one, when I bought it, was $10.99, but I saw it yesterday and their price has gone up to like $12.99, so you can get it for half off there. So just using a cheap chippy brush, and I'm dabbing on there, and it's adding texture. And it's going to dry kind of rough, which is okay. And it's funny because when I did this the first time, I actually painted the handle first, and I was like, wait a minute, where am I going to hold this? So I've been sticking my hand down inside, so it's kind of comical. So about a 1/3 way, 3/4 way down. So I'm putting this on kind of thick, so I think 1 coat should do it. So when that dries, I'm going to go back with my in the navy blue, and I'll do the same thing going up, and I'll keep the edges kind of rough. And chip brushes kind of shed. So if you see any bristle hairs, go ahead and pull them off. So that's all I have for you today, is I want to get my patina line out and start painting with it. And I have the copper. I thought I had bronze, but I guess they have iron too. So it looks like I'm going to have to do some shopping. I'm hoping to go to Knoxville tomorrow. So we'll see if Anna has any in stock. And if she does, I'm going to nab her, or I'm going to give Pat a holler on Salvage Soul when she gets back. Somebody will have it. So is everybody gardening or doing anything this weekend? Any ball games or anything? Let me know. We have, I think, nothing planned. My daughter's all moved into her new apartment. Getting her house finalized and getting that sold. Can't believe how quickly she sold that. That is on thick. That is going to take a while to dry. And I still have the handles to do. So, looks like a hot mess. I better do the inside first. So yeah, so I have to use, so for the Dixie Belle's patina, you have to prime it on metal, because their patina, once you put this on, it has metal in there, in their paint, in the copper. And then once you get that on there, you do 2 coats of that. And then you've got this corrosive spray you spray on there. And if you don't prime it first with this primer, it'll rust right through. And then your project will ruin. I'm not sure how long that'll take, but I've been assured you have to prime it on metal. If you use it on wood, you don't have to prime it with that metal primer. So that's why it's this ugly orange right now. So, a couple oranges there. So that is it. So I'll let that dry. And when that does, and I'll come back and just do the very same thing and paint around the bottom with my in the navy blue. And I'll let that dry, and then next week we'll come back and I'll start actually applying this and playing with it. So, got any questions, let me know. I'm finally getting my patina out and starting to play with it, so we'll see how this works out. I'll be your guinea pig, I guess. Just roughing that up. So, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday, and I hope you guys catch the replay and let me know where you're from and what you're up to. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Happy Friday. I am playing with patinas today. If you saw my last Friday video, I prepped this galvanized container I'd gotten from Hobby Lobby. Oh, I think last year I got this for $10.99, 40% off of this. And hi Kristen, how you doing? So I had to prep this. This is metal and I'm using the Patina line, so I had to prep this with Dixie Belle's Prime Start first. I did 2 coats with this. Hey there. And so I painted it on like you regularly paint something, and I painted everywhere I was gonna maybe put the Patina line on there. I waited a couple of hours, did a second coat, and then I went on live last Friday and went ahead and started playing. Last Friday I did drop cloth and I painted just around the rim on the inside, the rim on the inside. I had also prepped this with the Prime Start. I painted about down to here, and then that's when we stopped. And then once that was dry, I came back. I had in the navy, I had to get used up, so I did the base here and I just kind of roughly went up like that, and then I ran out of that paint. I had it in 5 bottles. So then I went back to Bunker Hill Blue, and I just basically lightly went over the end of the navy, so it's kind of like a combination of blue. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. I'm sorry about that. And then when I got done with that, I went back with my copper patina. This is Dixie Belle's copper patina. I now have their iron, which I get to play with, not opened yet, and I have their bronze, so I'll be doing more playing there. So basically this is regular paint with metal flakes in there. I've been storing it upside down because you know how things settle, and I was just going to shake it up really good. And then I just went through and just painted on like just like that. Now with their patina line, you're supposed to do 1 coat, let it dry, and then you do your second coat before you add the activator. This is my first time using this. I've been watching several videos. AJ's Vintage Design, she likes using the patina spray in these little mister bottles that I got. I got these at Hobby Lobby for 40% off, so about $1.50. And I guess they do a nice little fine mist. So when I got my patina spray, this is the first time I've ever played with it. I made the mistake. They come in basically 2 sets. There's like a cap, and then you got this spray nozzle. I put the cap off, put that in there and threw it away and didn't think nothing of it. Well, I guess these have little metal hinges in there, and when you get the spray up into the metal, it will start rusting that. So they recommend putting the cap back on when you're not using it, and then rinsing that out really good when you're done. Don't think I'll need that much. So this probably has metal in it too, so I'll have to pour this back in there and rinse it out really good. So, but this has a nozzle where you can spray it hard or you can do a mist, but I just want to make sure I have it on a good mist. I'm going to use these little bottles here. And I got the lid on there good. So that's the blue activating spray I'm going to use. And I think I'm going to do the green spray, so I'll put a little bit in that bottle too. So if you get these, make sure you keep the cap and store the nozzles separately. Don't make the same mistake I did and just throw the cap away thinking you're not going to need it. Okay. I've got my ceiling fan turned off. I'm probably going to, I got a chip brush, trying to think I got everything. I've got my first coat of copper patina on there. They say you have to do 2 coats. 1 coat for the base coat, and then you go back and add the second coat, and while this is still wet, you then spray. Good to know. Good. So we're playing. And I do like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I do like the color of this copper patina, so when this spray actually dries, I might go back and go ahead and add more. There we go. And when you do spray, make sure you put the lid of this back on there, because you don't want the spray getting in to your paint patina, because it will activate in the jar. Okay, so I got a little bit on here. I'm just going to kind of dab it on there. That's awfully thick. I'm going to have to work that around. So I'm just dabbing it on like I did the first time in the same areas pretty much. And I guess since this is a small project, I'll go ahead and go all the way around. If you're working on larger areas, you'll need to work in sections, is what I've been told. Okay. So I'm just kind of going over this in the same areas I did. Okay, I want a little bit more on my brush, and I'm going to shut the lid. Because you don't want your spray getting in there and ruining your paint. So if you got any questions, let me know. So I'm just kind of figuring this out. And I love that copper color. Okay, so I've got the blue spray. Ceiling fans off. And if I get some of the blue on the drop cloth up above, I'll just go back and I can wipe it. Yeah, because it's leaving a little blue where the spray's at. Let's do a little green. Okay, let me grab a baby wipe. So I can go back and touch that up where the blue spray is on there if I need to. And they say you have up to 24 hours for this to change, for it to react, but you'll need to put a coat of sealer on there to stop the reaction, because it's going to keep reacting to the air until you seal it. So that is that. So I can go back and kind of add a little bit there too if I want. I can wait till it dries and kind of add lightly. This, I've got too much on there. I should have offloaded. But now that this brush has spray on it, I cannot put it back in that jar. That's one thing you got to remember. So the paintbrush basically has the patina and the spray on there. So that might take anywhere from a couple of hours to start showing reactions. Sometimes you'll see them in the videos and they start showing right away. So I just need to leave it alone. I'll show you what I did also on my ceiling, tin ceiling. So this is what I was playing with last week, and I kept going back to it and adding to it. So I did the same thing here. This is actually the good side of my tin ceiling. I decided to paint it, but I wanted to play on the back side just to see if, since I hadn't actually worked with this stuff before, and I think I might leave the good side alone. I basically did drop cloth up in here. I played with the pattern doing a diamond shape, and I didn't like it. Then I went back over it again, and I did more drop cloth. And then I added some of the Bunker Hill blue to the bottom, and then I started playing with water. And then I went back and added copper patina. So I'm gonna go back later. I might go in the private group, in the MPD tribe group, and play on this in the group with my girls. So if you wanna join the MPD tribe and see what's going on, you just need to submit your email address to get in, is all it is. And I send out a weekly email, is all I do. So pretty much this is gonna take maybe a couple of hours, 24 hours to turn. I'll kind of have to keep an eye on it. And once it gets to where I like it, I'll have to do some sealing on it, because as long as this is exposed to air, it's gonna keep oxidizing. Boy, I wish you could see that better. Let's see here. Not sure if that helped. So this is fun. I love the colors. So I got a little blue showing through, but I think that's from underneath. I'm not sure. So we'll just kind of have to play with it and kind of see how it goes. So I'm gonna kind of get ready. I'm gonna probably put my hair up better because my hair's falling out. I'm gonna jump on the private group and work on my ceiling tin and play with that. And I might add some more to it. I don't know. So, but this is so much fun. And what I like the idea is that you can use these colors as plain old paint. You don't have to do the activating or the oxidation with the sprays. You can just paint with them and just leave it if you want, or you can play with the patina sprays. So I am going to have fun with this line, I can tell. So I will share pictures of this throughout the day as it goes on. So stay tuned, and if you got any questions, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great week and happy Friday, and I will see you next week. If there's anything you'd like for me to practice with or play with, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I have a feeling I'll be using the other colors on some future projects. So you guys have a great week. Bye. Hey guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Just hopping in our private group, hopefully. I had to do a different setup with this large tin. I basically have my mount on top of 2-gallon paint jars to lift it up good. So hopefully you can see this okay. Let me see. No, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's a little wiggle, I'm sorry. So, okay, if you saw my previous Facebook Live, I used this brush on my pitcher. So it also has a spray on there, so I cannot dip that brush back in my container because I'm using the Patina line from Dixie Belle. So this has metal flakes in it, and then you have to use an activating spray. Actually, let me see here. These are the bottles I bought at Hobby Lobby. This is the spray I'm talking about, the Patina spray. This has the activator to corrode the metal bits in here. So I've used this brush for the patina paint, and then once I start brushing it with the spray on there, it's no good. So I cannot use that brush until later. So I've got a fresh, clean brush. So I've got my first coat of copper on here on my tin. I need to do a second coat before I can do the spray. And I'm probably gonna keep playing with this for a little while because I love the look of the copper, but I want to age what I have on here first, and then once that's dry, I might come back and actually add more of the copper patina in there. Kind of see. There we go. That's a little bit better, I guess. So, sorry about that. So, fresh brush, copper patina. My ceiling fan is off, so once I start misting, I don't have the mist spraying around the air, just in case. Okay, I had issues on my pitcher from offloading. I didn't offload very good, and I had too much on there. So I'm gonna come down here where it's kind of thick, and just kind of do it here first before I go up in this lighter area. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add up there, just like that. It does not take that much paint, and I love this look. So I did get the bronze and the iron. So I am planning on painting. There is so far it's not canceled at Flea Market and Watch Here. So I'm hoping to find some stuff I can use to upcycle and maybe use some of this on there. And this is the back side of a ceiling tin that I got at one of the flea markets. It wasn't at Watch Here. I think it was, oh gosh darn it, I can't think of the name. It was something up on the hill. Wellman's? That's what I'm thinking it was. Okay. So did I get everything? Okay, if not, I can always come back later with a clean brush. Put your lid on the jar before you do any spraying, because you don't want to ruin that. There's still a little copper on here. I still have a little copper on there if I need to. I think I'm gonna do some blue. Oh, and I got some dripping. I'll just wipe it with the baby wipe. Got the blue there. I'm going to go ahead and do the green. I'm just doing it sporadically. of smells like vinegar. Okay. So, and what's nice about this is you can kind of keep playing with it and adding more from your brush if you want to kind of spread it around. Just remember these brushes, once you touch the spray with the paint, don't put them back in your jar. And you can just kind of keep working with it. And once this is all dry, if I want to go back and add just the copper patina kind of over it, just lightly dab it, I can still do that. You can still paint over it. Pretty much, if you kind of watch this for a couple of hours, once you see a look you kind of like, then start sealing it. But make sure you seal it within 24 hours. Because otherwise, if you don't, it's just going to keep on oxidizing and it's just going to keep, it's just, you know, they said to seal it within 24 hours. So, and according to the company, copper and bronze tends to start changing faster, but the iron takes longer. So, and this is the copper, and I can kind of see it kind of getting rusty looking here. So, I don't see anybody on, but if you have any questions when you do watch this, let me know. I'll watch for them. This is so much fun. So, what I think I'm going to do with this when I get it how I like it with the patinas, I'm going to probably come back after I seal it and probably do some waxing and do some more aging. I'm thinking about, I think next week I'm going to color some matte waxes, make my own colored waxes, and just kind of keep playing with this. So this is so much fun. And okay, yeah, we're in the private group. The only way I got away from this, because I kept playing with it last weekend, was I had to start a new project. And I actually put it over by the stairways because I didn't want the spray getting around it, because it technically is metal. So, and the brushes. When they get done, when they get dry, I'm just gonna clip off the top instead of washing them. That way that I don't wash them down the sink. Just in case. I'm not sure if that's an issue, but someone brought it up saying that might be an issue, so just as a precaution, I'll go ahead and pour those back into their bottles, and then I'll rinse out those nozzles really good. So this will keep turning, and I'll just kind of keep an eye on it. Hang on a second. See it drip. See, I can see it kind of turning there, looking more like rust. More aging. Hang on a second, guys. I put it as far away from the table as I could. But what kept me busy in the meantime was working on this gumball machine. I'm not taking Tracy's Fancy's class at this time. I can't, but this is inspired by Tracy's Fancy, and I've got molds I made from casting resin. And it was a clear casting resin. No, it was a white casting resin. The Amazing casting resin. Not sure if you can see that. And pretty much as soon as I was able to pull them out, they're still pliable, so I just placed them on the globe, and you saw the taping we done. I had Daniela help me with that. So we taped it while they cured. It takes about a couple of hours to cure, and as soon as I got them cured, I went ahead and put their first coat of paint on. I read somewhere when it comes to casting resin, they encourage you to go ahead and put a coat of paint on there, because while it's curing, that paint will kind of make it adhere better. Otherwise, if you wait until after it's cured to paint, I would say use slick stick, because it is a pretty slick surface. And I've been kind of just playing with this. I'm gonna go back and kind of paint it again and do this again. I'm using Dixie Belle's light pink and lemonade to get that look. So I like how that turned out. I can't tell if anybody's on. Good morning. Hey Patty, how you doing? So I'm just kind of showing off. These look like little tiaras. So I went ahead and did some, I added some Patina spray and did some spraying and applying. I'm just kind of letting that turn and do its thing. There's a little green there. And I think when it's dry, I'm going to come back and maybe add a little bit more copper to the top side. We'll kind of wait and see how it goes. So I'll kind of watch this today and tonight and kind of see if it gets to a point where I like it, and then I'll go ahead and seal it. But I'm thinking about adding maybe some colored waxes that colored wax that I make. So this is a picture from today. I don't know if you can see that okay. So that's what's going on so far. And if you don't like it, it's paint, you can do it again. That's the nice part. So let me see if I can turn you around without getting dizzy. I probably should have warned you. I've got you on 2 paint cans. So there we go. Good morning. Hi. So that is it. I think when I work on this, I'm going to come back in the private group and do it in the private group to work on this ceiling tile. I'm just playing. So hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.